Were we nervous for the wedding night? Do we want kids?
Are we gonna be parents?
So this is our first video as husband and wife. Every time I'm like doing anything, I'm like, my husband would like a cheese pizza, please. But yeah, you tell him your wife needs something. As I'm sure you can tell by the title of this video, we are doing a wedding day story time / Q&A. All of your most asked questions, all of these people saying like, are you guys going on a honeymoon? What did your wedding look like? Did you have a rehearsal dinner? Did you do a first look? All of these different things. So today, we are answering all of those questions.
Woo!
And before we get started, I just wanted to say, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Julia Peterson.
And my name is Jacob Peterson.
And we're Mr. and Mrs. Peterson.
And we are the Petersons.
First time as the Petersons.
The Petersons.
So, yes, I know my YouTube name is still Julia Poe.
Always will be,
so
will not
don't
change.
let it be confused, but I just wanted to keep it congruent with all my other pages, but I am Julia Peterson, but my socials are Julia Poe because that was my name before I got married. And if you're returning back again, it's so good to see you. We're so glad to have you all as a part of the fam. Go ahead and subscribe, drop a like, and hit that bell for notifications when we post, because hopefully it's gonna be every single week, if not more, from now forward. So without further ado, let's get into this video. It wouldn't be fair if we didn't start from the beginning, so I'm gonna start with like our little week leading up. So we went to our friend's wedding, and then we got to California like a week and a half before our actual wedding. For those of you who don't know, we got married in California. That's why our wedding photos, if you haven't seen them, they're on our Instagram, have palm trees and mountains and just beautifulnul in them.
Everything.
And the week was spent with our family and getting all the last minute details together. We had our bridal parties come into town a couple of days before, and we got all the guys' tuxes and all the girls hung out. We did our little bachelor and bachelorette things, which you went golfing and we went to dinner and took pictures, and it was great. It was a really fun time. One thing really special that we did, we went to brunch on Thursday. Our wedding was on Friday. We went to brunch on Thursday with our whole wedding party. We had brunch at actually our first ever official date spot. And so our last official date as an engaged dating couple was at the same place we had our first day at. So that was really special. The rest of that day was spent getting everything ready. We went over to the church. We got married at the church that I grew up going to. Got everything ready that day, and then it was time for the rehearsal dinner, and the rehearsal dinner was awesome. Very emotional, surprisingly.
Oh yeah, I cried the entire time. I cried the entire time.
But it was very emotional, and it was very special. My dad's the best. He was crying, and he only had one line. He had to say "her mother and I," and it was so good. But yeah, very emotional, very special. We ate Chipotle. It was so good. Stayed up really late. I had my friends Tessa and Sophia. They came over to my parents' house at like 11 p.m. and did the seating chart because I was so stressed. I had to pack and all of that. So next day, we woke up and it was the wedding day. I don't really know too much of what y'all did. Maybe you can fill them in on what you did that morning.
We had to go to the church at 7 a.m. to help set up.
Right, you guys did. You guys had to go help set up the chairs.
Yeah, that was fun. And then I had to go pick up a rental car, and I thought it was a minivan. And I was like, oh, nice. We're going to go in our getaway car, and it's going to be a minivan. Like, is this foreshadowing? Are we going to be parents? Like, what?
But I woke up at 7 a.m., actually 6:30. I got out of bed at 7 because everyone was talking in the house. We had Jacob's whole family at my parents' house. And so they were all getting stuff ready, and everyone had to start getting their hair and makeup done because we had photos at 11:30. We all finished getting our hair and our makeup done by 11:30, and we went and took photos. And this brings us to our first question that a lot of you guys asked was, did we have a first look? And yes, we did. That was the first thing that we did that day. That was the first time we saw each other, and that's going to be part of our wedding video. So subscribe if you guys want to see the wedding video. It should be out in a couple of weeks. And I'm not going to put any photos in the YouTube video. You have to go to Instagram to check those out. But it was a very special moment. Jacob cried. I almost cried, but I didn't want to mess up my makeup. And it was just such a sweet, special moment. We do not have any regrets about doing a first look. And I know people who don't do a first look don't have regrets either. Like it's beautiful both ways. Like it's such an amazing day. Like you really can't go wrong. But for us, having a first look was so special. So after our first look, we took photos at this beautiful oasis, and after that, we had some burgers and some sandwiches, and it was time to start
what
preparing
did I
for the
do?
wedding. Anyways, we get all ready. I ate my burger, I took my wedding dress off and then put it back on before the ceremony, and I was getting so nervous, and I was just feeling all types of emotions. I kept peeking out the window, and I saw the bridesmaids walk down the aisle, and I saw my dad standing there all nervous, and I saw all of our guests arriving, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is happening. And I saw Jacob like walk around the corner, and I was like, oh my
I was so nervous.
gosh.
When our wedding coordinator came and got me, I was just like, my heart dropped. I was like, oh, here we go. Like, there's no going back. And it was literally so amazing and so incredible. And so, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was awesome. So then it comes time for me to walk down the aisle, and I'm just thinking about several things. One, don't trip. That was actually the only, like, one of the biggest things in my head. I'm like, do not trip walking down the aisle. It's like, how many yards? 10 yards maybe. Yeah. And I'm like, just don't trip. And then I'm looking at my dad, and he's like about to cry, and I'm about to cry because I love my dad so much. And then I see Jacob, and Jacob is just already crying. And I tried not to look too much at the crowd because I knew that would just make me more nervous.
Men, if you're watching this, you can cry. It's okay. Actually, your wife will want you to cry.
It was a beautiful ceremony. We didn't end up writing our own vows. We did Ephesians 5 vows, which were like pre-written, which were very special. And again, you guys will see those in the wedding video. Sorry for all the teasers. But then one special thing that we did was, instead of having our first kiss as husband and wife be the first thing we do when we like officially were married, we took communion and we lit a unity candle and we worshiped God. And then it was a spiritual act first. So we did a spiritual act so that our relationship would be built on Christ. We wanted to honor God through that, and then the physical. Exactly.
Then we partied.
It was so fun. And our reception was so great. We had a live band, and it was the best night ever. We wrapped up around like 11:30. We didn't end up leaving until like 12. Yeah. We had a 2-hour drive to Los Angeles, and we stayed the night in a hotel. We were there for like 3 hours maybe. Yeah. And then woke up really early the next morning, and actually like it was not even the morning. It felt like the middle of the night. Yeah,
it was. I mean, we had to get up at 4 and we got there at 2. So we got like 20 minutes of sleep.
Yeah. And then we got on the plane and came home. There were a lot of like really commonly asked questions, so we're gonna go through them. First one, how many dresses did I have? I saw a lot of people commenting.
I swear she had like 7. I think she had like 7, honestly. Like, she just pulled a new one out of her bag every time I saw her.
No, so I had my wedding dress, the off-the-shoulder one that I walked down the aisle in. We took our wedding portraits in, and then I had an entrance like reception dress, and it had a tulle skirt on it. It was a little bit just more fun, and then I took that tulle skirt off, and that was like the fitted dress. So it was really 2 dresses but an extra skirt added on. Another question was, are we going on a honeymoon? And the answer is yes, but we are going on a delayed honeymoon. And thank God we did,
because we got sick. Yeah. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm kind of congested.
Yeah, same. We got a little sick after the wedding, and so thank goodness we're not sick on our honeymoon.
Yeah, that would not be fun.
But yeah, we're gonna hopefully go on this summer or soon. We still don't know the exact details, but when we know, we'll let you know. I had a lot of people messaging me and asking me how much the wedding cost, and while I'm not gonna share the exact details, I just want to say, we really, really tried to be as cost effective as we could in every single area. Like, my wedding dress was $600, and we rented tuxes and we rented certain things. And one thing that you guys might not know is the arch that was behind me and Jacob were actually fake flowers. So they'll be able to, my mom will be able to reuse that.
They built it.
They built it, and my mom may be able to like rent it. Who knows what she's gonna do with it? But it was so special because now it's like a keepsake almost, and other people can enjoy it and use it. And we were able to save so much money that way. We got married at a church, at my church, and so many different things. So just know, like, there is so much pressure to have this like extravagant wedding, and you can still have a very beautiful wedding without spending, college tuition's worth.
It just takes a lot of work and thought ahead of time. A lot of the times I feel like if you're gonna spend money, it's to make things easier, which more power to you if you know that's what you want to do. But there are ways around it, which is super good, especially as a young couple. You know, like if you're gonna get married young, it's like, oh, I want to have this awesome wedding. Like you can do it, which is so cool.
Yeah, and our parents helped so much.
Yes.
I actually we didn't have a wedding planner. My mom and my grandma were basically the wedding planner, and Jacob's mom, like they all did so much. I designed our invitations, all of the wedding stationery. There were like pamphlets, our thank you cards, our notes on the table, and our invitations. I designed all of them using Canva. This is not sponsored, but like, hey, big tip, much cheaper to go that way. Moving on, another question that we got was, were we nervous for the wedding night? And I think in short, to keep it as least TMI as possible, no.
No.
No. And I know a lot of people are nervous. It's okay to be nervous, but I feel like once you're married, it's nothing to be nervous about because you're literally like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be with this person for the rest of my life. And to be completely honest with you, I didn't have a single thought about our wedding night the entire wedding day.
I didn't either.
I was so focused on the wedding day, and I know people are like, oh, you're going to be thinking about it all. I'm like, I did not think about it one time.
No,
I literally, like, maybe you have, but.
I thought about it when we were getting ready to drive to LA, but like otherwise I didn't.
Right.
Like we were just so busy, and I was so excited to marry Julia.
It was such a special day. Honestly, one of my favorite parts of the whole day was being in the car with you, just talking about the wedding. Like we did have a 2-hour drive, but it felt so quick because we got to talk about the whole day.
Yeah.
And it was so special, opening all our cards.
Oh, and if nobody has ever told you this, our wedding felt like it went so fast.
Yes.
I think it was 5 hours long. It felt like a half an hour.
It
like
was so
I got 2 bites of my food in.
Same. And it was so good too.
It was so good, and I barely got to eat any of it. Like I was so sad. There was so much dessert that was left, and I wasn't able to eat all of the dessert. Yeah, just if you haven't been married yet and you are either preparing for a wedding or you're going to be married one day, you think, just be prepared. Take it all in because it goes so fast.
And I definitely think we did take it all in. But yeah, everyone warns you it's going to go fast, but you don't actually realize how fast it's actually going
until it's over.
Yeah, until it's over. But that leads us to the next point is our photographer. She was so incredible, and that's one thing people always say is do not skimp on your photographer, and that is so true because now what do we have left of our wedding? Our photos. That is pretty much it. You know, there's the memories and whatever, but those fade. The photos are what will remain. And so, yeah, you do not want to not have photos or a good photographer. Her Instagram is right here, and her name is Sabrina. She's incredible. She flew all the way from Atlanta, and we had her take our pictures, and they were stunning. I cannot wait to hang them up above, like on all our walls.
Everywhere.
We're just gonna plaster them everywhere, all over our walls. But yeah, we love our wedding photos, and that was one of the special parts of the day. I love looking at them. I'm like scrolling through the gallery like at all times. And the next question is, why did you get married so fast? Like, are you pregnant? Are you crazy? Like, what is the deal? I'm not pregnant. Okay, first of all, we did wait for marriage, so that wasn't even a possibility. We just really knew like that we wanted to be married, and being engaged was so special, dating was so special, but the point of dating is to be married. And if you don't want to get married, then you shouldn't be dating, because dating is meant to end in marriage. And if you're not dating to marry, you're dating to break up, and breaking up is no fun, as me and Jacob both know. So we knew that we wanted to be married, so we got married. That's the end of the story.
Yeah.
Speaking of kids, do we want kids?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Everyone's been asking us that. When do you want kids? When are kids coming? And I wasn't expecting the questions to come this soon after we got married. Like, I was not expecting them to come this soon. But, yeah, we do want kids. Not for a little while, hopefully, but you never know. God's plan.
Never know.
God has a plan, and
But hopefully not for a little while.
right, yeah, hopefully not for a little while.
We're still trying to figure this whole marriage thing out. Like this whole
We've been married a week, y'all.
Living together and life together. Like we're still trying to figure all that out. So I think a kid in the mix right now would just be, that'd be hard.
Yeah. And
but we'd love the kid no matter what.
Oh, of course. We would be happy about it. But right now, if it's up to us, no kids for a little while. And finally, our last question. And if you guys have more questions, drop it in the comments because you'll see more from us. We wanted to make a quick little sit down video just to talk to y'all about the wedding day. Leave a comment down below what you guys want to see next, any more questions you have. But let's get into the last question. And the last question is, how has it been adjusting to married life and, you know, living together? And that's something we hadn't done before and all of that. And I can say it's been wonderful. It's been great. We tag teamed the cleaning of the floors today. Jacob vacuumed, I mopped, and it was great.
Yeah.
We did good.
It was so fun. We played worship music and it was great. Yeah. I don't like cleaning, but it was all right.
Even things like that are just so fun when you're together and you're having fun. And we're gonna go on a date later tonight. Ooh. And we're just so excited, gonna try a new restaurant. And married life is so good. It's been so fun and forever to go. Like, it's
literally forever.
Yeah, literally forever. Because it's just, that's what marriage is. He's gonna see me at my worst, but he's gonna see me at my best also, and it's just such a beautiful thing. So yeah, definitely can recommend marriage to the right person in God's timing. But we just want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. Do not forget to leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so that you can see when I post. And Jacob's channel will be linked down below too, because he has some awesome stuff on there as well. And yeah, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
Yes, leave a comment down below of what you want to see, whether it's the wedding video, whatever it is, comment it down below so we know and we can make these videos.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We love y'all, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.